Why do you paw me like every single time I start these things? Can I help you? You and your pawing. Yes, yes, yes. Look at those eyeballs. Oops. Look at those cute, cute little eyeballs. Oh my goodness. Hey, hold on. Let me get this on. Let me get my jacket out. Oh, yes, buddy. Yes. Oh, yeah. What's up, bro? What's up, buddy? What's up? Oh my god, this big honk. This big honk. Ugh. God, you big hunk of lunk. Is this what you wanted? You really just wanted to be on my lap? Oh, look at you. Oh. Oh. You're so sweet. You're just a sweet boy. How you doing? How you doing, little Zooks? You sweet, a handsome boy. Just a sweet little handsome boy. Hey, what you doing? What you doing there? What are you doing? Bro. What are you doing, you big goof? What are you doing? You big silly thing. You just sweet big ball of silliness. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just a sweet old thing. Just a sweet little thing. Look at you. You used to brim my hat. Give you little screeches. You sweet little thing. My goodness. Oh my fucking god. Okay, this is great. This is just tremendous. Thanks, bro. You're the one who wanted to kind of be here. I mean, you're the one who hopped on my lap. And now we're just chilling. Are we just chilling like a villain here, buddy? Yes, that's what it is. Oh my god, look at you. Look at you. Look at his pretty face. His pretty little face. Oh, why do you have to be cute? Why do you have to be so sweet, huh? Nah. You're so damn cute, sweet, and adorable. Beyond all sorts of recognition. What is this? What is this cuteness? Oh. Yeah. Zooks. Whoa. Spooked Zooks off there a little bit. He was just like, what the hell? Look at you. Look at you. You adorable thing. We're just chilling on the lap. Now we're just here. Is this your spot now? Well, I guess it is. This is just a little spot for you now, huh? Yeah. You just a sweet old thing. Look at this. The cute little fluffy cheeks. His cheeks are so cute and fluffy. You big fluffy ball of absurdity. Okay, this is like a serious inhibition of my ability to be here. Oh, Zukov. Come on, bro. Must I deal with your madness? Must I have to deal with your madness in such ways? I guess I do. I left my brush over there. I will brush for Zukov. Might give him a brush in here in a minute. Because I know he deserves it. Man, you're just firmly plopped here, dude. You are not having any type of idea of wanting to leave, huh? You're just like, yep, I am planted. You seem very comfortable, Zukov. My God. I wonder if Zukov is getting spooked. Are you getting spooked by all the atmospherical sounds and stuff? And the ambience? You just a sniffing. Damn. Man, definitely one of those more rougher days of work. That is faux show. I'm gonna try to get this bowl loaded up here and all that fun stuff. Yeah, Zooks, are you starting to feel like the need of wanting to dip? I can help you if you want. Go on. Yeah. Yay! Thank you, bro. Love you. Love you, Zukov, you sweet little doge. This sweet doge of adorableness. Ooh, that felt fucking good. Oh, that felt good. Hey, Zukov. Don't be boofing. I can guarantee it's just bops, okay? If not, probably in a little bit. Like, no one's gonna be popping in, yo. What are you doing now? What are you sniffing around over there for? What are we sniffing around over there for? I guess I'll slow down for a sec. Maybe we'll get him disinterested from doing it in the future. Why are you staring at me for like that? What the fuck? Can I help you, dog? You cute little dog, I love you, but man, what is this? What are you doing here? Come on, bro. Must you be this way? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're looking at me. Just giving me the old stare down. Food there, water. I mean, you're all set. Before I started this, we were outside for a bit when I got off work. We're all chilling, we're all vibing. But now you're over here doing whatever you're doing. Staring at me. Probably wants to be on my lap still. It's like, one loves and cuddles. Let me be on your lap. You let the cat do it all the time. You let your cat Bandit do it all the time, so why not me? Zukov is really starting to emulate a lot of different type of cat behavior. I'm not even gonna lie. Where it's just, where it's like, hey, this cat, you know, wants to be on your lap. Why can't I? I want to be on your lap. Just different little things like that. Definitely love it. It's really cute. Because you're just a sweet boy. Starting to mimic cat behavior. Slowly but surely. Is something up there you're eyeballing? I don't see what you're eyeballing up there, bro. I don't know what you're eyeballing up there, Zukov. But you're definitely a little strange one for it. A little strange one, indeed. But that's okay. He's merited for it. He's merited for being a ridiculous little ball of cuteness. Let's see what's out for news-wise and shit. Let's see, y'all. You must harass a little video. I'll check that out in a second. Oh, you know what? I just realized I kind of want to find out what info there is about the whole shouldn't have happened a normal daily or not. Is there some details? Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Armed homeowner and protesters. Saturday shooting in Portland that left one woman dead and 5 people injured started with a confrontation between an armed homeowner and armed protesters. Officers responded to whatever. The scene is extremely chaotic, and a number of witnesses were uncooperative in responding to officers, of course. Most people on scene left without talking to police. Detectives believe a large number of people either witnessed what happened or recorded the incident as it unfolded. It's a very complicated incident. Investigators are trying to put this puzzle together without having all the pieces. 2 men and 3 women who were injured were transported to area hospitals, and the status is unknown. People who, Authorities do not provide any information, of course, so there's no actual real... So there's just no new updated information. That's nice, Peachy King. I like how this little article kind of left out the fact that Andy No, a far-right agitator, was encouraging violence in this. Kind of nice and convenient that that was left out a little bit. Respond to text. There we go. Ooh, cool. And honestly, especially given the fucking, something that's, kind of cold cut, like, the shooting that happened the other night. I mean, it should just be pretty simple to be like, hey, here's what actually happened, with the motive, from what we've been able to gather. It's not, even if it's still not 100% clear, just be like, hey, from what we can gather so far with the given information concurrently, we believe this is a motive, until there's more evidence, given out or something, because, like, I mean, there just straight up is very little information since it happened last night, so... There's part of me, which is why, I kind of want to go back to these again, because then I can kind of see what, happens in these situations. Just be another pair of anecdotal eyes. But nonetheless, it's just like typical. Just no new information. Even though there really should be. Like who the shooter was and the perpetrator starting it, and amongst other shit. I guess not. the fuck? My friend is just like, can I see a dead rat? Like, what the fuck? When I came home, my fucking cat murked a rat utterly. Now it's just like, oh god. One of my friends wants to see it, I guess. No, I'm not doing that. It's like, I love it. I love little Bandito. Little sweet Bandito going after those damn little rats. Makes me happy. Don't need those damn little peasants roaming around doing their bullshit. Fuck those rats. Fuck them up, bandit. Some good shit. I just want him to stop going after my goddamn squirrels. Because he wants to keep doing that. At least, you know, do that occasionally. It's just like, damn it. So, stop it. Stop it, bandit. Squirrels are a no-no. Rats and mice are a yes. In fact, I very much, you know, literally like to make a pile of their corpses, you know, as a monument to his great, swift amazingness, you know, to take him out. But at the same time, it's just like, I want to use that as a warning. Warn those sons of bitches that, hey, rats and mice, you're not welcome here. Get cats and they're out to kill. Which is a good thing, I like that. You bad, bandit. Anyway. Right here. Let's see what that human support video was from earlier. Texas shows us what democracy will look like if Dems don't pass voting rights. Well, Republicans are passing voting rights restrictions. Dems don't want to. What's up, broski? What's up? I was about to check out a little human support video, see what it's about. See what that fun stuff is. All that good shit. I've seen what like updates are going on from that shit that happened here at night, but there wasn't really much with that. It's just basically been the same information that initially came out the other night. At least it's not 2 dead from my understanding, but it's only 1 dead. And 5 injured. So I'm guessing in the initial incidents, you know, somebody was so critically injured that they weren't responding, so people probably thought they were dead. But I like how the authorities are just not saying shit. Which is pretty typical for those cocksuckers. Yeah, 1 dead. Yeah. Some lady. And it's just so fucking stupid. Because I was saying the night that it happened last night, it's just like, I mean, if that dude just came out and was just yelling some bullshit, or even had like a fist fight, this would not be news. In fact, I'm pretty sure most people probably wouldn't even know this happened when it came to the protest itself. But of course, they didn't know how to try to agitate for violence and shit, and this dude most certainly was, you know, somebody who followed that guy. And now people are severely hurt and 1 killed. So, go figure. I mean, don't need to rehash, you know, all my, you know, like, thoughts about it on that at this point. It's just, you know, I mean, it's just a little annoying that there isn't, you know, new information 24 hours after the fact it happened. Police brutality. Wait, what's this?
G'day, mate. How are ya? Yeah, g'day, officer. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Whoa. Calm down, mate. Calm down. Okay, I'm calm. I'm gonna need you to do a random drug test. For the drug test, I need a urine sample. Do you comply? Fine. The fuck? Stop resisting! I'm not resisting!
Wait, what's going on here?
You comply? Fine, fine. What the fuck? Stop resisting! I'm not resisting! I need backup! I need backup!
What's going on here?
He's trying to make me piss in his mouth!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Stop resisting!
Stop resisting!
Stop resisting, sir! Sir, please comply! Please comply, sir! Please!
Oh my god, I love it. What the fuck? If only cops were actually like that, you know, it'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, officer. Yeah, let me just keep let me keep resisting there, buddy. Like, okay, like, oh my goodness. I mean, I knew they were, you know, kinky sons of bitches, but like, didn't think they'd go that far. Oh damn. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it. There, let's see what this is about. Good way to lighten the mood before delving whatever the fuck this is.
As you all know, Texas passed their voter suppression bill, and now we're kind of seeing what that looks like in practice. And spoiler alert, it's not good. So this is from Ursula Perano of the Daily Beast.
No
The
shit.
Texas new voting law is an absolute nightmare. Election administrators in Texas are reporting a record number of ballot rejections, and early voting has only just begun. So just full stop disenfranchisement. This is exactly what we all expected. But this is the goal. This is not an unintended consequence of their voter suppression law. This is the goal of their voter suppression law.
Thanks for spoiling it. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean, it's like, honestly, I'm not, you know, exactly too shocked myself. I mean, all in all, it's like, isn't there like some sort of voter rights bill type of thing that, you know, they could be actually trying to pass, like, on the, you know, national level, but just isn't one of the many things that, you know, are being prioritized, I guess? I mean, this is one thing that, you know, really fucking gripes me about, like, you know, the ones that the administration currently in power now. It's like they have plenty of ways to especially even override dumb shit like this, but if anything, I'm willing to do more bypass work to have people like fucking Michelle Childs, you know, try to potentially be in the Supreme Court or some shit. It's like, what? One does not simply possible. Well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, there's definitely plenty of things that body can do when it comes to executive orders and just, you know, sign things on a pen that could at least override a bunch of other different bullshit.
Rise in rejected mail-in voting applications and ballots, limited resources among election workers, confusion galore, and a March 1st primary election quickly approaching. This is the reality in Texas as SB 1, a controversial voting rights bill, controversial voting bill rather, signed into law last year, goes into effect. With primary voting already underway, election officials, advocates, and everyday voters are struggling to navigate the newly enacted rules with little room for error. And folks on the ground are sounding the alarm, concerned about disenfranchisement among perfectly eligible voting populations. Honestly, it's been an absolute nightmare. Charlie Bonner, communications director for the voting rights group Move Texas, told the Daily Beast. SB 1 is jam-packed with new rules for voting throughout Texas. Among those is a provision requiring voters to provide a driver's license number or the last 4 digits of their social security number on their mail-in voting applications and ballots. The number...
Well, the whole joke about taking the opposite stance to the so you get more relevance than it should. Yeah. Zooks. Why?
With the state he has on file for any given voter. Opponents worry that's a gateway to rejection, with the potential for mailed ballot applications or mailed ballots themselves
being bounced because their identification information doesn't match the voter's file. Advocates are also concerned about a lack of awareness of the new law, potentially causing voters to unknowingly leave the identification information off their forms. So let's just pause right here. So, do you think that after they passed this law, they sent out mailers to voters letting them know about the changes, letting them know, hey, we just made some changes, you're going to have to verify that the information that we have on file matches what you put down on the paper, because if you change anything, you're fucked. Do you think that they did this? Of course they didn't, because the goal is to make less people vote, and that's exactly what the outcome will be.
Considering Texas has been like a long-standing GOP type of state, of course the Republicans aren't going to see that as a good thing. I mean, and also I think, I forgot what the person's name is, but there's a lady that's running in one of Texas's congressional districts and shit that is running on more left side platform and shit, and this is something that obviously is going to very dastardly, hurt her, in comparison, so, that just overall means that to these, stop it, to these, to these, I don't even remember what I was going to say, whatever.
The rate for mail-in ballot applications in Texas seems to support that worry. Officials across the state are reporting higher than usual defect rates for mail ballot applications. Leah Shaw, spokesperson for Harris County elections, told the Daily Beast the county is seeing an 11% rejection rate specific to the new laws. Last month, officials in Travis County said they were rejecting about half of the mail-in ballot applications they received. Half! That is insanity, according to the Texas Tribune. While 325 applications were rejected in Bexar County for failing to provide an ID number or providing one that was not on file. So this is not just 1-2% of voters getting rejected. Half? 11%? I mean, this is true voter suppression here.
Yeah, I mean, that very much just outright is. Like, cause, I mean, it just bears more truth of how much this fucking, country, especially on these political scales, keeps shifting more and more fucking right. Like, you got these Republicans who are now basically just going, like, either just full authoritarian mode or even at worst, just full fascist mode. Or at least, like, a Christian version of that type of shit. And then, now, at this point, like, Democrats are starting to become, like, more like 80s, 90s era style Republicans because of how, like, more unhinged, like, the fucking right's getting. I mean, and now there's, like, with the whole fucking massive rile up with the U.S. trying to, add a little bit more escalation with the whole broader, conflict going on, with, if you're carrying Russia, which is kind of a convenient distraction at this point for a lot of the American populace when it comes to a lot of this type of shit. On top of, just the general, slow despair and just, crumbling and literal and figurative, like, fires that are, spreading among, the country and shit as it slowly burns. In exchange, yeah. I mean, honestly, it really does, because it's, I mean, I don't feel, good knowing that, like, this shit continues to happen.
And it's just, this is awful. Texas voters are entitled to correct their mail-in voting applications or ballots if there's an error, but elections administrators say the process for alerting voters to errors lacks uniformity.
The guy's eye buddy, his power's literally originally there. Yeah, which honestly is why the whole idea of... Which is why, honestly, the whole idea of him, like, doing an actual, like, invasion and shit isn't really going to be something that's going to happen. And honestly, in my mind, because, I mean, like, honestly, really think about how economically, that's going to affect Russia overall. It's going to be pretty, negative, because they're already not really necessarily a good economic state. I mean, so it's just, it's kind of also Putin's way to kind of distract his own fucking populace, just as much as our own with, broader escalations and shit. Though, at the same time, it's not as costly, but due to their economic problems, it's still costly. Because, overall, while it's easier in a sense for NATO to financially, materialistically, support themselves or move things from one place to another, that's still in itself pretty costly too, because it costs a lot more money to send ships or planes with a bunch of supplies and all that shit versus just moving a bunch of big ass trucks in your own turf. But nonetheless, it's all a bunch of costly posturing and shit from these geopolitical powers. I mean, honestly, especially considering like the on the ground elements on legit both sides on the front, which is something that I really try to emphasize about, because you got like different legit like neo-Naziistic elements within Ukraine's military, like the Azov battalion directly integrated in their National Guard and shit, and the Freikorps and other paramilitaries. But at the same time, there's the Russian versions of these neo-Nazi types with like the People's Republic of Luhansk and Donetsk and shit, where these people are pretty much propped up by the more fascistic type of like political theory of like Alexander Dugin or or whatever fuck, and like some of his literature is even in like Russian military like training books and shit, and it's like what? So like when it comes to the whole like neo-Nazi issue there in that general region, nobody's fucking innocent on that. Like both sides are very fucking guilty of that shit, of supporting them, or at least having them kind of be propped up there on one way or another. I mean, so it's just like, it's like, why, yes, it just makes me like, why should we, be trying to get, like, so heavily involved, at least, with military aid, which could, bed into these type of fucking groups, because those groups are just nothing more than just bloodthirsty and fucking hungry to kill each other, like, just straight up. I mean, a part of, some of the false flag attacks that are going on over there, some of these ceasefire, like spikes and shit as of lately, are honestly probably coming from those groups, just to try to rile it up more so they can, get a little bit more of, like, their glory to take out the Ukrainians or take out the Russians, or, depending on whatever fucking side they're on, because of their hyper, like, ethnic supremacist type of thinking and shit. So, I mean, it's just like, no, it's just like, that's, so either way, it's, like, to me, at least, when it comes to the U.S. involvement, it's like, that's why I'm only comfortable with like food and medical supplies, and also like for people displaced and shit, allowing them to have a refuge or a citizenship access here. Because at that point there's at least saying, hey, if you're displaced and destabilized due to a fucking war, you can at least come here and seek refuge until further notice, or permanently, or whatever the fuck you want. The option's there. But at least when it comes to the general intervention, that's about as far as I go with it. Because, like, there's a lot of fucking issues, like with this shit, that is going on here at home. And, like, having a bunch of our own, taxpayer dollars and shit going into even further and further into more foreign investments and foreign affairs and shit is just going to make, more domestic problems here worse. And probably, honestly, become even more of a catalyst, for more radical extremism on both ends on the front on that. Which, I don't, want necessarily either, especially because that's just going to also embolden the far right, especially, too, just as much as, probably, more far left elements as well. Hell, even myself to a degree. So, I mean, it's not a good look no matter what, to, have, like, to have things, start escalating shit, but honestly, luckily, at least in my mind, that's why I don't necessarily see it really happening. I mean, unless, there's, such antagonization and shit, from, some of the more, on-the-ground, troops and shit, that, it ends up being too serious, like an actual village gets, like, totally bombarded or something on, like, the, Ukrainian or Russian side of the border or some shit. Which is the case, it's either, it's most likely probably done by one of these different separatist groups, which, it's just another, I mean, really, it just kind of comes down to, like, it's just another part of the proxy war of the modern day now at this point. It's just a lot more of a significant one in comparison, in a sense, considering it's not like Syria or some shit, it's Ukraine. It's a lot more, modernized and industrialized, all in all, things considered, and it's a little bit more closer to home, so to speak, for people. Because, well, they're not the Middle East, I guess. It's easier to detach yourself from that because it's, you know, culturally and societally wise, just more different in comparison. Which is also a kind of, I find it just a little stupid to me, is because, like, Russians and Ukrainians, there really isn't that much difference between the two. I mean, there is, but, I mean, all in all, like, if, at least to me, if there was, like, two of them, you know, speaking their native languages at me, I really wouldn't know the difference. Aside from maybe, like, you know, one has, you know, slightly different language and dialect. But, what was it called? Acrylic? No, not acrylic. Cyrillic, I think. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Cyrillic. But yeah, they both use, you know, Cyrillic in their language. I mean, they're both a little different, but pretty much the same. What's the difference? I mean, yeah, pretty much. You know, the head of the state, the superpower. And until recently, Ukraine was surrounded by a Russian puppet. Yeah. Which, you know, is, and just honestly, the more broader example of, you know, Russia itself, you know, being the superpower, you know, considering it as a state. At least, you know, where it lies on that broader geopolitical table. Now, also, like, out of the whole situation, like, I most especially feel for, you know, mainly just, like, the just common random average, like, Ukrainian person down there and shit. Because, I mean, a lot of them have already, at least especially more closer to the border, or more closer to these, like, separatist states and shit, like the Luhansk and Donetsk republics. And, I mean, a lot of them have already been kind of displaced and evacuated and shit. It's like, man... I mean, they're probably, in a way, kind of used to it at this point, but still, it's just like, man, what the fuck? They probably just want to tend to their, you know, farms, or tend to, you know, the cattle lands, or whatever the fuck they're doing out, you know, out in their little villages and their little small towns and shit, you know? The basic commerce I imagine anyone else does in little small town, rural areas and shit. Because I imagine a lot of, especially Eastern Ukraine, is like that. I mean, I've seen different, like, pictures on Google Maps and, you know, shit like that. It looks like a lot of rural country out there. I mean, all in all, if it wasn't for all the geopolitical bullshit, it looks like it'd be pretty quiet. Like a nice little quiet place to just kind of, you know, get out and hide. You know, and kind of escape and chill and relax. Again, if it wasn't for all this other geopolitical bullshit. All the folks that have been through all this already, they probably are just tired of it. Yeah. Again, they're probably thinking, it's like, man, can I just tend to my farms, damn it? I grew up with my mother having to deal with Nazis, Soviets, and fucking Nazis again, and fucking this and that, and blah blah blah, and fucking partisans here, and this and that. Now that it's like, now I'm having to deal with this shit, and like, it's like, come on. I just want to tend to my potatoes and my wheat fields. What the fuck? I don't know why I'm starting to get a little Irish accent with that. They're not Irish, but whatever. I mean, point being, I mean, it's just like, I mean, same thing for, like, the Russian people on the other side. Like, I mean, because there's small towns and little villages on the other side of the border, too. I mean, and if there were a hot conflict to break out, they definitely would be, you know, hit and impacted, too. I mean, and if it got even more exacerbated, like, Belarusians, you know, even potentially Polish people, too, you know, as well, and, you know, a little bit more on the western side of the kind of Eastern Europe and shit. But that just kind of depends on if it gets to that point. But you know, honestly, at this rate, it doesn't really seem like it is. Because because Russia's also, now it doesn't mean too much, but they have done, you know, some withdrawals, but it's more so of just the fact that they can't necessarily financially keep all that going, considering their hardships economically are already going on. Which honestly, like, the only, like, especially when it comes to things like sanctions, the best way, I think, you know, to really prevent them from escalating further is sanctioning their fossil fuel industry. because they want to, very rapidly expand into the Arctic Circle because there's a lot of oil reserves out there. And they see things like climate change as a positive thing, so they can, well, get those resources, get the oil there. So, like, if anything, like, their fossil fuel industry especially is, like, some of them is got a very, very tight grip on the Russian state, which is kind of a part of the broader, like, Putin mafioso, headship of the state there. Because they're the ones who, profit and have a lot of influence there, but it's because they're buddy-buddy. Just kind of like how our fossil fuel industry is buddy-buddy for our politicians, too. Just not as mafiistic, I guess, where they're, I guess, willing to, like, outright, whack people a little bit more openly and shit, I suppose. We kind of do it more quietly and have this, like, ambiguity of being Epsteined. That's just because they're both, major superpowers. And they're going to do these type of things. They got their own blend of how they do it, but at the end, they're not too much different. It's just their execution of it. Like Saudi Arabia does the same type of shit, and they got their own way of doing it. A far more brutaler way. I mean, honestly, especially with Khashoggi, if knowing what we do know with that, imagine what they do with people that we don't know about. I honestly don't even want to think about that. It's probably like, the equivalent of like some medieval like torture tactics. They're probably like looking back at like medieval like scripts. not even like Chinese Communist Manifesto on torture or some shit. Like fucking like medieval scripts of like, here's how you take the prongs and jab it into the kidneys or some shit. It's like, oh god. I mean, that's what they're going to, baby. They're going old school. Like, oh my god. They probably are, honestly. But if we looked at, like, their archives of, like, the different stuff that they have, for just, like, general state, like, here's how you do things, whatever. I bet it would literally just be, like, medieval scrolls that they've, like, collected. And, like, transcribed or some shit. Ugh. Gross. Oh, let's look at being distracted now. Yay. Here, let's hear more about this.
County. Interesting. Largely depending on a county's budget and resources, of course. Chris Davis, the elections administrator for Williamson County, said he's blessed to have a staff.
Okay, hold on. Why is it like how does like county areas get better like resources and shit just because like, hey, how much like funding is in your local area? Not a lot. You don't get shit. It's like, I hate that like metric of shit. It's the same thing of how like education's used. It's like, hey, it's low income area. Well, you don't get a lot of income for your school. It's like it like, should it be like the opposite? It should literally be the opposite. Like, what the fuck? I mean, if they're lacking, then that's where the Fed Gov should come in to make up this, the lack of funds. Is like what the hell? I mean, of course, it's Texas and shit. I mean, honestly, like, the only thing that I could possibly see with something like having, like, your ID or something like that attached to, voting is if there's, like, a national ID registry or some shit. It's like, yeah, when you're, 18, it's free, like, and all you have to do is just go up to the DMV or wherever the fuck, and just be like, yep, get an ID, and they're like, all right. Go over here, get your picture, and it's like, alright, just wait like 2 weeks, here's your temporary one until you get your actual one, and there you go. Like, there shouldn't be any charge to it at all. I mean, and that's the reason why there's a lot of suppression when it comes to things like voter ID laws, is because there's a lot of people, curiously enough, people, who are minority communities and shit, and most impoverished, that can afford that. So, when they can't afford things like ID and shit, and there's laws based around that type of stuff, that kind of excludes a lot of different people. So, That's why, you know, if there is going to be something like that, there also has to be an addendum of, like, everyone can have free access to an ID, and even then, you know, it's like, if you show up to, like, a voting place or whatever the fuck, you know, you can also get it set up right there, too. So it's like, oh shit, you know, it's like, I don't have one. It's like, alright, well, here, you know, you can go over here real quick. So you at least have a temporary one, and then you can go over there and, you know, do your shit still. And then later down the line, it'll be mailed to you anyway. So it's just like, I mean, it should be like a simple as type of process. I mean, and even then, I wouldn't necessarily want to like that way totally. It's like, as long as you're assistant to the country, it should be able to, like, to be tied to you, you know, in that way. Like, just, like, I mean, I guess, like, have, like, you know, some sort of, you know, electronic database or some shit, where it's like, you know, every vote that's, you know, tallied is, you know, with the address, you know, to the person or some shit. I don't know. Like, there's probably some weird, like, you know, technical ways and details of shit of how, you know, they could do that. I'm not that guy. But there's definitely ways to, you know, make it happen, where you don't need an ID or anything like that, or even an address. As long as you're a citizen of the country, you should be able to.
Sources, Shaw said her office has been able to double its call center team and has mail ballot staffers who often work 12-hour days in order to go above and beyond in contacting voters, but not all of Texas's 254 counties have the wherewithal. We're able to because we are the largest county in the state and the fourth in the country, Shaw said, but smaller or less populous counties don't always have those resources, and this is the way it's going to be, you know, across the country.
Actually, some of my family, like, at least the ones I was staying at, they live in some of these more, like, kind of bumblefuck counties and shit. And let me just tell you, there's fucking, like, there's just nothing. Like, I like, honestly, I'm surprised there's a fucking postal service out there. Like, I mean, dead ass. I mean, so, so we have, like, you know, places like that, not just in Texas, just anywhere in the country. It's like, I mean, where's the funding to just make up the slack for, you know, for the money that they don't have accessible to build up that shit? That's why we have, or at least in theory, why we're supposed to have, you know, like, national federal infrastructure works, or, you know, or, like, you know, federal education funding and shit like that, like, you know, so it can make up the slack for these type of damn things. But, I guess not.
So, this right here is specifically why it was so crucial that Democrats pass voting rights. And so for them to just give up because Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin won't support a carve-out for the filibuster at a minimum, and just to have them say, okay, that's it. Unacceptable. I mean, what did Joe Biden say after the filibuster carve-out was rejected? He said, I don't know if we can get this done, but I'll fight for it. Has anyone seen that? Has anyone seen him try to follow through on that promise to fight?
No.
It doesn't even seem like he's trying to make us think that he's fighting. He's just not doing shit. He's sitting on his ass, playing chess in the Oval Office with fucking Jill. He's not doing anything. This is a serious threat to our democracy. They have less than a year to act. If they don't pass this before November, this is the new normal. This is the new normal. And yet, there's just no urgency.
I mean, if Dems are especially so gung-ho about, like, voting rights and stuff, I mean, especially considering, like, there's the Civil Rights Act and shit, right? Like, where that was, you know, to kind of help expanding on voting, thing like that. Like, I mean, if Dems even back then were at least able to be gung-ho for it, like, what the fuck? Like, even, like, 70s era Dems are, like LBJ was more of a firebrand, and he was, like, kind of a racist shit fuck. And even he was more of a he honestly literally was. Like, I mean, he would do arm twists and fucking, you know, do shit to actually get his fucking way. While also being a poor war fucking shitbag as well. I mean, you know, so it's like, you know, even with his fucking flaws, like, he's more of a firebrand than this shit right now. It's like, the fuck? Boo!
Moving on, and they're saying, okay, let's call it in February. We've got an election this year, let's just run on what...
Like, honestly, all in all, like, it would, you know, it could be more like kind of a LBJ-esque style, like, you know, administration going on right now, and even then, that'd be a little bit more accepting, because, you know, like, there's at least, like, these 3 different things, especially that I think, are pretty significant. The PROAC, this, and BBB. Even though that's pretty much been gutted to shit at this point, and they've just given up on even bothering with it. But, like, I mean, those, if, like, even if, like, 1 of 3 of those different things, were able to get fucking done, it'd be, a significant improvement. I mean, honestly, even significantly, even more if it was at least 2 of the 3. Doesn't even have to be, like, all of them. But just at least, some combination. It's like fucking something. Like, I think at this point, that's just what people want is something. But they want votes. I mean, that's why, I mean, obviously, not you, but, like, I mean, that's why these politicians need to legit be aggressive, kind of start taking notes from back to, like, LBJ's day and shit, and twist arms. And start threatening their careers. And just start getting dirty.
This is our democracy.
Our lines said, well, yeah. I mean, because our system is built up on the status quo, which is why these things, it comes down to that quote. I think when Biden was still, like, I think a nominee still, where he was, like, with a bunch of billionaires saying nothing would fundamentally change. I mean, it's like, yeah, so far he's been holding up to that more so than anything else at this rate.
You can't undo the damage caused to democracy. It's very difficult to do that. So the fact that this wasn't priority number 1 for the Democratic Party shows how unserious they are about politics. Only 28 states moved to change their voting laws after the 2020 election. Right? Isn't that more than half? More than half. And Democrats are like, we tried. That's it? No pressure on Manchin and Sinema? No direct condemnation? Publicly? Look.
I mean, especially if Manchin, now that even his own constituents are fucking on him now, it's like, I mean, there shouldn't even be much of an excuse to be like, well, he keeps resisting everything. It's like, just threaten his fucking career then. And everyone who's related to him, and everyone that's, happens to be adjacent and close with him. Just, I mean, at this point. Like, yeah, maybe they won't have a political career anymore. Where they condemn left or right, what's he talking about? With the, I think with, Manchin Cinema and shit. And, being condemned from the left, at least. You could put out, that's gonna make a difference. I mean, it's not really about the press, necessarily, propping it out, because they're the press. Like, they're, they're gonna also softball it in a lot of ways. And some of the press will even defend them. But, like, I mean, it's mainly like a lot of these type of politicians, especially ones who are supposedly supposed to like be progressive firebrand types like Rokan and shit, who instead of saying, oh, he's honest and willing to work with him and try to get shit done, it's like what happened to try to twist their arms and shit, knowing that he's a coal baron and is not going to do anything good when it comes to like climate measures and shit. People are just mad to sway by media. Well, that's what I'm not, I'm leaving them out of it. I mean, if anything, they would probably garner a lot of headlines and shit, with politicians starting to, come out and talk shit, to people like Manchin. Being like, I mean, if, if anyone from the squad, like AOC, to any of them, doesn't even matter who, like, it doesn't matter. But, like, if any of them was like, what, Manchin is a coal baron piece of shit, like, saying it like that, is a piece of shit coal baron, and is not out for the average worker as much as he lies and lies like the little rat that he is. And at this point, we're, our entire caucus is going to do everything, within our financial and political power to, oust him this election and this election immediately. Like, we're going to be working, directly with the United Mine Workers of America to prop up a, candidate to replace him and run and do a massive fucking campaign against him, and no one's going to be, saying otherwise. You just go out like that, just full hard, arm twisting bullshit, coming out with just full swinging, like throwing a Molotov into the mix. I mean, that in itself, and yeah, now in the few of the swears and shit, calling him a rat and everything, it's like, cause there would be civility outrage about it. There would be, because if anything, like at that point, the media will be starting to eat it up. you know, probably for the wrong ways, but, you know what they say, even bad press is good press. Well, I also kind of take the FDR tact, welcoming their hatred, too. Which is what a lot of these, you know, more progressive side of them need to start embracing. Instead of trying to, you know, get buddy-buddy with them. Or at least, you know, get a little bit of their, you know, get a little bit of their, you know, like, neutrality, at least. Sometimes bad press just you have to be careful. Well, yeah, I mean, that's why it's more of a saying more than, like, you know, an actual statement of truth. I mean, it depends who you are. Like, if you're just, like, you know, a Bernie Sanders type, you know, yeah, there can definitely be some bad press considering the fucking massive shit, you know, against him. I mean, either though, that also bolstered him, too. You know, in a lot of ways. At worst, you know, at best, it's a double-edged sword.
Happening and Democrats weren't in control, it'd still be completely unacceptable. But what makes matters worse is the fact that we have a Democratic administration and they have control of both branches of Congress, and there's always some fucking excuse. Unacceptable. Either you support democracy or you don't. And one thing that really frustrates me is how the media covers this. So the media will say, well, you know, Manchin and Sinema support voting rights, but they just don't support a carve-out to the filibuster. That's fucking bullshit. They don't support voting rights, otherwise they would support a carve-out to the filibuster as they have in the past. They don't want to get rid of the filibuster entirely, but they have supported carve-outs. Sinema supported a carve-out for the budget just a couple of months ago. And so they're using the filibuster as plausible deniability, but in actuality they just don't support the fucking Voting Rights Act. They don't. Yeah, AOC, right, we may not have a democracy in 10 years. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too. And I did a video covering her remarks on that because it's so important. I don't think that people really
I definitely got a lot of criticism about AOC, but she's not wrong. I mean, you know, like, I will give her that, she ain't wrong. I mean, it's like, because I definitely got fears about that too. I mean, you know, and honestly, you know, in a lot of ways, that's why, you know, I'm definitely gung-ho about, you know, the advocacy that I have, because I definitely do see the, you know, degradation of it, and at least on the massive national scale of it, there's no real pushback, you know, against it. Change it better, because you have to do it by bumping it up from the ground up. I mean, you know, via direct, you know, I mean, you know my spiel about it, like going into direct action and start, you know, democratizing the workplaces more, getting expansion of unions and getting them aggressive again, which there have been. I mean, that's been rising a lot lately. And using that type of momentum to also get people, at least locally, in different, you know, different towns, cities, and little county and little statewide positions from that type of momentum elected. Can't follow that up. Democracy is dead. Well, because it isn't. Not yet, anyway. I mean, even though, I mean, I guess technically it is, as far as I'm concerned, but, I mean, you know, will go with saying it's like, you know, there's, you know, our democracy is definitely at risk, and here's how we can try to revive it. You know, instead of like, it's dead. Because, I mean, you know, it's just like, yeah, I mean, you can just, you know, lay off with a bang and shit, but, you know, that's not exactly going to be the biggest winner, but, I mean, because it definitely adds impact, but you have to also, you know, make sure there's at least an outlet for people to, you know, try to regain that type of power back. And labor as of late has been starting to, you know, be on the rise again, as it is, and that's, you know, one element of doing so, because, you know, starting to have more democratization and more collective bargaining in the workplace is, you know, is one form of spreading democracy, and to have more expansion of that, it starts putting more power and more money in people's pocket, and thus gives them a little bit more power, you know, at least on local political scales. Because, for example, like, my local mayor for Milwaukee and shit, like, his motto when he was elected was kicking ass for the working class, and because he's a massive pro-labor, pro-union type of guy. It's not just because out of nowhere, you know, he was like, yeah, I'm going to just be this, you know, and out of nowhere, just because, you know, it's a good thing. It's because there's a lot of that type of power and influence around here to, you know, have these people, you know, recognize that type of positivity and outcome in their communities and come up from the woodwork of it. And so overall, and he's, you know, and I can definitely tell, you know, some of the positive outcome from that just locally around here too. And now that we also got a new settlement for our contract locally as well, I'll be able to kind of see what different things are in store for me here coming soon. Seeing if it's, you know, worth it or not to stick around at my workplace for a little longer or not. Because if there's some good shit there, then I might stick around for a little bit more. But if not, then I'll probably go to Freddy's, because one of my old cooks is actually the manager at the deli over there now. And it's just like, oh, well, I could vibe with that. Oh, Dad's home. Hey, Zooks. Yeah, Papa's home. I heard him. Yeah, please, Zookie. You little sweet boy. He's looking at the garage door. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, it's Dad. It's just Pops. Zookov. It's just Pops. Zookov. It's just Dad. Chill out. I need to charge my speaker. I see the red light of death. Oh, this goddamn bot. Get out of here, bot. Fuck you. You're looking at the garage door like it's gonna do something, bro. Woof. 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 Bro, knock it off. When that door opens, you'll see who it is. Give me a break. I'm just waiting for him to come in now at this point so we can just get this whole boof thing out of the way. Because I know he's going to get more boofier here in a second. Really? Is there not much boofing going on? No boof? He'll go off over the weirdest noises, but he won't boof over Dad coming home. Decided a couple times.
Oh, these are good. Okay, down.
There we go. Told bitch.
Okay.
Zookov, get over here, bro.
Over, I jump off a cliff.
Zookov, come here.
You fall off a cliff like I used to.
Zooks, bro. Zooks, Zookov.
Hey, yeah.
Oh my god, you're fucking like booty shaking.
Good bitches.
Doggy twerking, bro. Tail's going so fast, you're doing like a little doggy booty twerk, dude. It's doing little booty twerks.
Yeah, just keep the snout out of my posterior.
Zookov, come here, bro.
You can snip my legs, that's fine. Yeah.
Come on, Zookov. Get over here. Leave him alone.
Yeah, you big bum. Yeah, you bum. Good poochers. Oh.
There you go. Good boy. Good little Zooks.
Dang, I need to get out more.
I'm doing that Tuesday. Look at you. Sweet little baby.
Play pool with me and Alex. So I know you're working tonight.
Well, I don't have anybody till Thursday, so I can't really do that. At least till then.
Well, yeah, whatever. Then, yeah, Alex is good. He has his own cue and he keeps making me look bad.
Isn't that my job?
I need to... Well, yeah, it is. So you need to come out with that more often to make me look bad.
Yeah, I need to make both of you look bad. I need to see what his game is like.
What, so there's... Okay, let me...
Like, I keep hearing about his game, and it's just like,
Yeah,
I want to play up against this challenger I keep hearing about. But honestly, every time he ends up going, it's like the worst timing, because I'm either working or already off doing something. It's like... Though I do accept his challenge. Can't be Tuesday though, because I'm gonna be doing some Taco Tuesday shit. Going to the bar, having some Taco Tuesday moments. For 2/22/22. 2. A lot of twos. Endless twos. Zukov, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me, my man? Zukov, come on, bro. Zukov. Zukov. Oh my fucking god. Well, hi. Look at you. You're ridiculous. You're just ridiculous, boy. Oh, but he looks so cute. He's ridiculous, but so cute, nonetheless. Gotta stop being so damn cute. Just being too damn ridiculous. His little ears. His little ears look like a little, like... I don't even know. What those ears look like? They look like a little, like little burnt chips. Like they're meant to be potato crisps or something, but then they just got burnt significantly. It looks adorable. Yeah, little burnt chimp ears. Or your ears look like chips, but burnt. Dorky little goofball. Oh my god, I keep getting recommended Hank Trill because I played a bunch of their music last night. Dude, that shit was just banging. Showed some of my coworkers, and the first response was, "You won me with the thumbnail," and the song was just made it even better. I'm just like, damn, because it just be too good. I showed her Fried Man, he loved it. Oh, I knew it. Dude, I mean, YouTube straight up blessed me the other day with that on the algorithm, man. Like, I give the algorithm some shit, but, you know, it does put off some gems like that. And it's like, bruh. It was, it was just too good. It's like, I don't even, you know, I mean... I don't even know, you know? It's just too damn good. Zooks. Do you mind? Do you mind? Stop it! Like, do you have to just, like, do that all the time? Paw at that fucking door thinking you're gonna, like... Stop! Ugh, dude, that's seriously starting to become, like, a trigger. Starting to become a trigger at this point. Like, holy fucking shit. Do you mind? Like, can you get away from that door? Get over here. Like, come on. Will you come here? What is up with you? Huh? What the hell? Hmm? Have you no chill? Has you no chill? Hmm? Has Doc no chill? Oh my god! I'm glad I was holding on to that. I knew that was gonna happen. I swear if you go back to that damn door. I bet he is. He's going to. Goddamn sick off, dude. You're really being a serious distraction right now. No, don't go back to the don't go back to the door. Stop. Like, dude. Why are you being impaled? Like, what the fuck is in like over? Like, what is over there? Like, what do you what? Like, seriously? Don't. No. 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 Christ fucking alive. Oh my fucking god, I swear to god. Dude. Dude. Oh my fucking Christ. See, was that hard? Oh my god, was that fucking hard? Just don't be near the damn door. Don't want you fucking pawing at her and shit. Ugh. Man. Absurd little prick. Debating conspiracy theorists on St. Hook and Rittenhouse. Flat Earth proves Rittenhouse isn't real. Wait, what?
People believe about where the fuck they are and what this all is a lie. The nuclear bombs don't actually exist.
Refrigerated cooling systems are part of a deep state plot to molest children across the globe.
I think eating a fucking pizza is dangerous. When JFK was assassinated, the Zapruder film, that was actually like all fake. Potato chips are poison. Yeah, outer space is fake.
Okay, so
that's
you think that our missile control negotiations were all fake?
Yeah. Do you know how a magnet works?
A magnet. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Wait, no way, no shot. Did I, no, what? Was Sandy Hook victim?
Because
what?
that I'm not gonna say it, but that event that Alex Jones got in trouble for saying was fake. You know what I'm talking about?
Sandy Hook.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Do you believe that's fake as well?
I'm not gonna get into that. But one of the children who died.
Yeah.
Looked an awful lot like he looked a whole lot like a young Kyle Rittenhouse. Little Noah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and this is what they do.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
They have actors from these secret societies, which basically the people who run the world, who like print money and have complete control over everything. What you would do, because I thought about this a long time, and I was like, why is there... Because if you think about it, if you can print money, right, it's like, why is there not, like, a roller coaster literally going through my street?
Yeah,
like, I know it sounds stupid, but it's like, why isn't there crazy shit all over the place? Because there's people who can print money.
I never thought
there's people who print money.
True. You know what? Have you thought about that? True.
Infinite.
If money you print, then, why no roller coaster on street? If Infinity print money, why no roller coaster on street?
It's weird shit all over the place. But there isn't.
What about inflation? But also, let's
well, this is the point. This is the point.
Uh-huh.
What they do, these people who print money, they fund and control secret societies and like cults and shit like that. That's what they do. But they don't do like other shit that's in the public. They do like secret. They basically control that.
Let's reel it in. You said a few things, right? So
I love this.
I just wanna
I love this. I love this.
First.
Oh my god.
So the first thing I would ask about is so the Sandy Hook claim. How do you know that this child who looks like a young Kyle Rittenhouse that was killed in the Sandy Hook shooting, which I assume you don't think even anyone died really, but who was killed in the Sandy Hook shooting, how do you know that that is Kyle Rittenhouse? There's over 7 billion people on the planet. People are bound to look alike. I'm sure if I tried hard enough this year, I'd find 10 children who look like a young me.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean,
do you really don't think so?
Cute kids, I don't know. Well,
look. Aliens.
Okay. Can we just go to the end game? Because I know it. Look.
Oh my god, the silence is like, look, can we just get to the end game? Aliens run things, bro.
I think the details are pretty important, don't you?
Right. They are. But it's all gonna be...
But I need to figure out what those are in my head first before I just start blurting it out. I need to make that up first before I tell you, so give me some time. So let's talk about the end game before I start making that up first, because I have to have some time to make that up. So, end game.
But know that the highest level for real is actually like... They're actually lying to the entire world about some crazy shit. You're not gonna understand that, like, this stuff in the news is, like, manipulated.
Well,
you're gonna be like, well, why would they do that? Why would they...
Can you look at it from my perspective for a second, though? So, from my perspective, you just walked up to me and you just told me that oranges are not real, or you just told me that for me, something that I'm 100% sure is a real event that happened, right? And you're telling me
no, that's not. That's a false equivalence.
Let me finish. Please let me finish.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, from my perspective, you've come to me and basically said, let me give you a better comparison, that World War II didn't happen, right? For me, what I think is a 100% documented, proven event that happened, right? And you're telling me that didn't happen, and you're giving me evidence for that, right? And so I'm going to ask questions about that evidence because you're questioning my very foundation of what I believe to be reality, right? Which I assume is something that you can understand, right? If I came up to you and made wild claims like that, you coming to this like, well, let me tell you about the end game, right? Well, you can create narratives out of anything, right? There's a million narratives that can be created for a million different motivations, for a million different plots that could be created. For example, I could probably create to you a theory as to why Japanese bankers started the Iraq War.
Japanese bankers. They started the Iraq War. Those sons of bitches. Those Japanese bankers. Let me tell you.
Convincing anyone that Kyle Rittenhouse didn't kill anybody and the whole trial was faked. Right? So that's why I want to go by the evidence.
This is what people say, but then when I present you with evidence, you reject it.
Well, I just asked.
I'll present you with evidence.
Well, yeah,
okay?
I just asked you
I understand what you're saying
about the child photograph, and you tell me how.
I'll show you that.
You know that's Kyle Rittenhouse.
What? Yeah, he actually adds.
Well, I don't know it's him.
Dude. He says, "Oh, I don't actually know it's him, but oh my god." So he actually does have like the multi fucking like. Like weird, like like the like the big ass like chalkboard or like that push pin board with like 8,000 different like things connected to different little wires and shit, dude. Oh my god, he's got it, dude. He's got it all.
That's kind of a big allegation, though. If I say that because this is contingent on both Sandy Hook being fake and the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting being fake and Kyle Rittenhouse being one of the Sandy Hook kids. It's like a conspiracy theory extended universe you're creating.
Sure. Okay, but
it's like a DLC to the conspiracy theory.
Tell me he doesn't look like him though when I show you this. But
well, I mean,
you want evidence? I understand. Okay. So let me ask you. Do you know what science is?
Do I know what science is? So, I believe
he did not. He did not just say that. Do you know what science is? I gotta roll that back, yo.
Do I know what science?
So like what?
I understand. So let me ask you. Do you know what science is?
I love it! Oh my god, I love this!
I believe so.
I believe so. What the fuck?
Evidence and
dude, this guy has to be trolling. There's no way this guy's being real. There's no way this dude is being real, man. I'm convinced this guy he's talking to is trolling him, dude. I honestly don't think this guy's being legit. I don't think he's an actual conspiracy theorist. I feel like he's trolling.
I'm not a scientist, though. I mean, I don't pretend to be one either.
Okay. So, yeah, basically. Science is the study of the natural world, observation and experiment, and it's based on the scientific method. So anything that doesn't adhere to the scientific method is pseudoscience. So there's something called the second law of thermodynamics, which states that high pressure moves to low. So basically, if you have a box with air in it, and it's talking about gas pressure, high pressure moves to low. If you have a box with air and you put it in a vacuum chamber, and then you take the lid off the box with the air in it, all the air in the box will fill the vacuum, even at sea level, and vacuum chambers are weaker than the vacuum of space is claimed to be. So, outer space is a violation of natural law. So outer space is fake. So I know you look at cartoons and think it's evidence, but outer space stands in violation of natural law. So, yeah, outer space is fake.
Okay, so
there's no way it's real, dude. There's no way, bro. There's no way.
Okay, because every single...
So, yo, you know that second law of thermodynamics? Well, space doesn't adhere to that, so thus it's fake, bro. Checkmate, atheist. Like... Hold up, like, I mean, I guess Dylan Burns isn't actually an atheist from what I understand, but still, like, oh my god. Dude, there's no way this guy's serious, honest. Dude, this dude's a troll. He's trolling him, dude. Like, he himself is a psyop. Like, he was talking about, oh, you know, the deep state, you know, cults or whatever the fuck, you know, are doing psyops and shit. Dude, this guy himself is a psyop. He's trolling. Dude, I am convinced this guy's trolling. And, like, I kind of want to skip near the end of it, go to the end game like this guy is, and kind of cut to the, you know, chase and see if, like, near the end of it, he's just like, yeah, by the way, I was trolling you the entire time. These nuts, lol, and hangs up or something. Like, because, dude, I swear, man, like, this guy, there's no way he's real. There's no way he's real. I honestly, I don't believe he's real. Like, there's no way, dude. Like... Sandy Hook and Kyle Rittenhouse's, like, shootings aren't, they don't real, plus, like, Kyle himself is no real because he's an actor that was in both of it, like, plus space fake, and, like, let me guess, like, I mean, somehow Flat Earth gets into the mix of this, too. Like, dude, meta. Like meta-conspiracy.
What the fuck they are and what this all is.
I love it. This is good.
So they're lying about what, like, our place in the universe and what the fuck this all is. So you think you think they can't lie about some little shit on the news?
I don't think it's little shit because when there's multiple witnesses.
Oh my god, bro.
To cover it up and get vows of silence and.
This is what people say about space. You're saying the same stuff.
Well, yeah.
About a violation of natural law.
Well, yeah, but I also believe space is real, right?
Okay, but that's a religious belief. That's
well,
a violation.
A religious belief.
So what you're doing right now is you're pivoting. Right? Because I asked you questions about Kyle Rittenhouse.
No, we can get into it. Like,
well, let's stop talking about space.
Oh my god,
I
yo.
don't care that much about space.
Okay, but here's the problem, though. What you're saying is,
I'm telling you,
want to get to the.
These two things are not related that much. You can explain to if the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting and everything else was fake. You can explain to me how it was fake without bringing up outer space. I assume.
Okay, but here's the problem, though. So you're claiming like you want to get to the bottom of it.
Well, yes.
But I'm trying
aliens.
to tell you the biggest lie out of everything.
Well, no.
And you don't want to hear it.
But I'm not interested in. Well, for example, let's say I was like, let's say I bring, you bring me into a room and under the auspices that I'm going to talk to you about the Mexican-American War, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about World War II. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess these things have somewhat related because America was involved in it and America fought the Mexican-American War. But I feel like you can explain to me the Mexican-American War without talking about Hitler, right? So this, to me, feels like I feel like you can explain to me while the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting was fake without telling me about outer space, because it feels like you're getting into an area I have
This is getting convoluted.
I know about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I know about the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting, or at least a general amount of information about it. I don't know much about outer space, so I don't feel comfortable confirming or denying in this conversation whether space is real.
Right, but the thing is, because you don't understand the link. So what I'm trying to tell you is all the people who lie about going to space.
Can you send me that child photo, by the way? The
I put it in I put both the video where the prosecutor's foot glitches through the floor and the child photo.
What? Glitches through the floor? Oh boy.
Videos.
Oh no, bro. Oh my god.
But the point
this gets better.
Is, the people who lie about going to space are Freemasons. There's a Freemason. All the astronauts are Freemasons. Kyle Rittenhouse is a Freemason. It's the same group. Okay. They're lying to everybody about, and by the way.
Let's look at this. So, this person on the right looks like Kyle Rittenhouse. This person who died at Sandy Hook. And so this proves that Kyle Rittenhouse is this person?
No, it doesn't prove it, but because it's on the news, that doesn't prove that.
Yeah, this doesn't prove it, but hey, it's not on the news, so hey, maybe it is.
Real. The whole point
it isn't just because it's on the news, but there's also eyewitness testimony.
Checkmate.
There's evidence that was submitted to a court.
Can't fake that, lib.
You can fake a lot of things, but when
Checkmate, lib.
When a certain amount of things stack.
Feel bad that Dylan has to get that specific, but Paul's asking for it. Paul? Wait, was that the guy who was on here? Wait, what's the dude's name? Is it on here? I shot. Oh my. Flat Earth and aliens. Oh, I knew they were gonna come in. I fucked your mom and I have proof. Aren't Dylan and Paul arguing? No? No, this is like some other random conspiracy theorist dude. I don't even know. I'm trying to find out what the dude's name is, honestly. I think it's just some random guy. Hold on, maybe the... I'm trying to... I guess it's just some random person. Sukov! Stop it! Jesus fucking Christ. Seriously fucking had it if you in that goddamn door. Man. Hey, but yeah, like, I guess it's just some random conspiracy theorist, dude, that hit Dylan up. And I guess he just wanted to, you know, have the content. But honestly, I feel like the dude that Dylan brought up is trolling him. I don't know who he is, but I have a very strong suspicion that he's trolling him.
It gets more and more difficult to fake it. So what you're saying is that this child...
You know, hold on. I'm going to actually skip around a little bit. I want to go... Where was those timestamps? Oh, yeah, they're down here. Yeah. Sounds like Paul. Hold on, let me play a little bit. Does he?
So, this piece of evidence kind of feels fallacious,
everything you're saying, though, like, all this, it's just the same thing people say about a natural law violation.
Okay.
It kind of sounds a little bit more like Scotty. A little bit. Wait, where's the fucking... Where? Oh. Man, I hate how they fucking done this shit. Okay. Where was the, Here it is.
The JFK thing, when JFK was assassinated, the Zapruder film, that was actually, like, all fake. Like, it took them 2 years to put out the Zapruder film.
Yeah,
there was, like, a one frame. Yeah.
I did it.
I
shot JFK.
No, he didn't die. That's the whole point.
No, I'm telling you he did because I shot him.
I don't know.
Do you have any evidence to disprove what I just said?
Do you have any evidence to prove it? That you shot him?
Yeah.
Because I'm calling the cops if you did that shit.
One of my chatters in chat actually, I think, has evidence of it. And so, can somebody give me the photo of me shooting JFK?
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to what we were saying about magnets, please. Please.
I feel... ooh, there's some counter-trolling going on. Ooh, I saw why that timestamp was there. Ooh. Dylan's catching on, so he's counter-trolling. But the troll's quadrupling down and trying to still sound sincere. He's trying to really... I mean, I'm still convinced this dude's a troll.
This is what Eric Dolart says. He was like a...
Oh, wait. Can we talk about... Here's another thing. I'm sorry. How do you just explain the injuries that were very unique to the victims of Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Very different to the injuries you got from firebombing when it comes to radiation. I mean, those injuries were absolutely fucking horrific, right? I mean...
Okay. I mean, sure, but do you know how nuclear power works? Like, what nuclear power plant, you know what that does?
I know what
those are different... Okay.
Right. But do you know, like,
okay.
how it works, or no?
Like how much... Like, what do you mean?
Like, well, what they do, they basically take a radioactive rock, which is just a hot rock, they put it in water, and it makes the water boil, and it creates steam, and the steam rises, and then turns the turbine.
Okay.
So... the whole nuclear power being dangerous, this is why the nuclear bomb thing is, they, like, fabricated this whole thing. So they're trying to say nuclear is dangerous, when in reality, it's clean energy.
Where did this energy... Well, this doesn't look clean to me.
Got him. Hey, if nuclear is so dangerous, how come it clean energy? Boom. Chex Mix, you fucking liberal.
Injury come from? That I'm looking out on my screen right now.
I'm not.
Well, any of these injuries? I mean, I could show you footage of any of these injuries.
Okay, but if you look at an explosion,
these do not match the injuries that come from firebombing. They are very unique to radiation poisoning. Or we could talk to any of the doctors that had to treat. Well, most of them are dead, but we have interviews from them of the doctors who had to treat people who were injured from.
They're actually not dead.
Nuclear bombings, who talked about the horrors of what they saw the Japanese people felt.
See, what you don't understand, you lib, is actually, they have cryogenic chamber technology to where they can freeze themselves and actually, sustain their life existence, and prolong it for hundreds of years and even thousands of years, to be able to, yeah, like on whim, come back at anytime they want, so they can do some weird deep state Illuminati agenda. Boom, checkmate, lib. You just don't know. You just don't know.
They rotted from the inside out and died, and there was nothing they could do to treat them. There's different because the Japanese people had faced firebombing for years, for about a year up to that point, as Tokyo was firebombed. The doctors knew how to treat a lot of firebombing injuries. They did not know how to treat these horrific injuries. So how do you explain that?
I'm looking at this image you're showing. This building.
It's fake.
Standing.
And
in this image.
There's no idea.
Alright, all in all, in reality though, it looks pretty flattened to shit to me. Just because you have like walls of what used to be buildings doesn't mean this building's standing.
Do you believe that atomic bombs doesn't just vaporize the entire city and all buildings? That's not how atomic bombs work.
Okay. So it works the same like a firebomb, right?
It does not work. Okay, you're dodging my
How do
question.
you know the
You're right
difference?
now. You're dodging. I can see it. I can see the lack of conviction as you dodge.
Because I think he's trolling you, dude.
Question.
You're dodging.
What's
My
the
question: how do you explain the injuries of the Japanese people? How do you explain those injuries, which are distinctly different from firebombing injuries?
I like how this first initially started that Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't real, I guess, and he's fake.
When it comes to radiation poisoning.
I mean, if there's one thing that's fake about him is that he's a fake, like, American Patriot hero or whatever the fuck that he thinks he is. Like, he's fake in that way.
You know, the sickness you get, you don't get that sickness from firebombing.
What are you talking about? Like,
honestly, they're not even necessarily mentioning, more modern day, version of this with radiation treatment and chemotherapy when it comes to cancer patients. Because they get, acute and minor radiation sickness. Because, my mom's had to go through some of that shit a little bit because, she had to go for treatments for uterine cancer. So, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, there's so many different ways that, the actual, like, hey, I mean, honestly, just on the whole premise of, like, hey, nuclear is kind of, like, can be clean. It's like, well, not really. Like, the negative health effects and the disastrous consequences for when it does have, a collapse or a breakdown or some shit or a meltdown is no buenos. And that's why, especially they were started off as weapons because of the fucking, because of that. I mean, because radiation fucks you up. I mean, Hiroshi Ochi is like probably the most extreme case of what happens to somebody with radiation, to like the most maximum potential, pretty much. And, at least to some degree being purposely kept alive for a while. Despite, with whatever ability he could, communicate, was just like, please, kill me, stop this.
So you're talking about...
No, you're asking me to explain radiation poisoning. Okay, I'll bring up a video on radiation poisoning if you need me to.
You mean like electromagnetic frequencies, like Wi-Fi? Or something else?
Oh my god. Holy shit, dude, this is so good. Oh my god, I love it. Holy fuck. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Magnets are portals to other dimensions. Oh my god. Yo. Holy shit. Oh my god, there's just... This is... I gotta, like, listen to this in full on my own time. Because holy shit, this is just so good. This is... Oh, this is some juicy goodness. Oh my god. I wish, like, fucking magnets were portals to other dimensions. Holy shit. Dude, I'd be fucking, like, vibing in dimensions left and right, yo. Honestly, like, I think that's why some people kind of troll conspiracy theories sometimes, because I think, I think some, I mean, obviously there are people that legitimately believe these things and are, really do need help, but, I mean, in a way, I do kind of see why people, do kind of, entertain the idea to a degree even, because honestly, like, It really does make the world just that much more interesting, honestly. Like, low-key, though. Like, fucking, like, the reptilians are actually running shit. It's like, whoa. That makes the world a lot more fucking crazier and, in a way, honestly, kind of cooler. Like, imagine if that was a reality and we had to rise up against the reptilian overlords and had, like, a crazy fucking, like, global, like, revolution and battle and war, you know, with, like, these, like, cosmic fucking reptilian, like, empire fucking that's been ruling over us. I mean, while maybe it would be all for naught because we probably get immediately eviscerated, but I mean, hey, you know, it's like, it makes the world just that much more interesting, you know what I mean? So it's like, shit. Like, the mind of a conspiracy theorist is just, I mean, at least a very flavorful and a very colorful one, to say the least. Does it have to make sense? No. But, hey, it looks fun. Because, oh my goodness. I mean, especially ones like Flat Earth or like, you know, reptilians or like, you know, cosmic spiders or whatever the hell. I mean, all of those are just like, whoa. Because I could definitely see, you know, how people, you know, at least see might play around with it, even, you know, or maybe not, like, actually believe it, but just kind of say they do just because it's kind of fun to, you know, just entertain and just kind of see how people react. Which is why I feel like, you know, people do kind of troll, you know, some of these conspiracy theories, especially when they're, like, that deep. Like, there are people that get pretty deep, but that just felt like trolling. That felt like it was, you know, doing, like, you know, real, like, you know, deep troll job on him. Just a little bit. I feel like Dylan was catching on, because there was a little bit of, you know, trolling back at him a little. But he wasn't budging. He wasn't breaking it. He wasn't breaking the character. I mean, so, if my assumption's right, then, you know, that's a good troll. But if not, and he really is like that, unfortunately unhinged, and I really do hope he gets help. But I have a feeling that's probably not the case. But yeah, you never know. There are people that do legit believe that, or will go that far into weird, irrational beliefs. Dukes. I mean, I know people who, well, honestly, my grandma, but, like, and honestly, a couple other people, but I know people unironically think, like, the rapture is a possibility or a thing that can happen and is real. And I'm just like, okay. So, I mean, it's people that believe in weird shit like that, then, yeah, anything's possible. I know if I open that door out there, you're just gonna sneak out to the front yard, so I'm trying to figure out how how I let you out without that happening. Is there anything that I can use as a block? Just gonna move that. Oh, I have a brick outside. Got an idea. I has an idea to make sure that Zukov doesn't be a fucking dork. Look at you. You're not. You're a nut. But anyway, I'll put on tune real quick while I go grab myself a little fucking brick to deal with his ass with. Here we go. Here. How we dealing with you? Hey. There we go. God. Fucking dog, man. Little turd. Let's see. Well, random fun stuff's happening on tube. Well, not really much. Not really too much else happening or not. Hey. Oh my god, I can fucking hear him trying to get out that front gate. That's how he's getting out. Hey! I have a fucking brick there, so... now he's, now he's basically being all like, no, I can't get out. Even though I have an entire backyard to myself. I have now multi-purpose whistle squirt gun. Whenever there's remnants that are still burning, I'll just spritz it a little. Ooh. Oh man, I gotta pop that. Come on. Let me pop that wrist. Ooh, there we go. I didn't get quite entirely. my goodness. It's almost at the 2-hour mark. I don't know, I might call it more of an earlier stream for the evening. I don't know. Zukaf! Yeah, just to make sure that he's in here. Or at least on this side of the gate. Zukaf! Zukaf! Zooks! Come on! Zukaf! Man! Oh, prick. Zukaf! There you are. Oh! He found a little bit of your rawhide. Look at you! Hey. Here. This comes in, this is a little weird, dirty little ball of a rawhide bit. It's like you beckoned me. I swear to God, if it's just like, if he's like that much of an attention over for small things like that, I swear to God. What's this?
40 points. You lost 100 points. You lost 100 points.
Hey, what's
you lost
this?
everything. You had a chance and you squandered it away. Is there anything you'd like to say for yourself? XQC.
Yeah, of course. I don't give a shit. I'll give the game show that we did last time. I clapped booty cheeks and did it with charity.
Oh, really? Okay, well, hold on. Before we go, Steer, you pick any item. Let's wheel out a lot of those items here. Any item you want that we showcase today. Oh, hold on. Which one do you want? We'll ship it to you. You'll have to pay for the shipping. Welder.
Yeah, Hassan can have the welder. I'm not going to do anything with
Hassan
that.
Piker has the welder. Here we go. We'll give it to
Hank Pecker the welder, bro.
Send me the CPR.
Ah, the duct tape suckhead.
Yeah, CPR. Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm going to give it this. I'm sure it's broken. No!
All right. XQC.
It's broken.
Oh, welding hats.
You'll have to.
Well, that's already. And I want the host too.
I'm taken. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up.
I think your hog is migrated a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our
Oh my God, it is. What the fuck?
this guest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hassan Piker, everybody. Hassan Piker.
Yo.
Hassan Piker.
Yo. What the fuck? They keep bleeping crackers still on Twitch. Damn. That is just, that's funny. I love how he actually legit, like, was he actually bricked up the entire time? Hold on, I'm gonna see. He was!
100.
Yo, he was! Like, at the very start of the clip, it shows him all bricked out. Yo, he was just all bricked up the entire time, dude. What the fuck? Damn, he gets horny for that game show, bro. Damn. What the fuck? As I had him over a lot lately. Yeah, it's a good commentary. He's just a fun dude. Oh, so that's what the awesome dude that is on pops on occasionally. Damn. Dude is actually pretty funny. I love it. Zuko from run off his little rawhide ball. The illusion. Ooh. I just saw a little man bickering they do when they're sitting next to each other. I messed up tonight. You kicked my garbage can, etc. Oh, look at this. Weird, like some art illusion thing. At the Mori Art Museum. Oh, it's in Japan. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I am legit confused as fuck about like how that is working out and how people are walking like they is. Like, what in the fuck? Do comments like mass mirror at a 45-degree angle that reflects it? People on the long far planet. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see it there. Oh, okay. What else going on? Oh, this is like some optical illusion. There's just a mirror on the ground or on the wall, and it looks like there's people like sideways, like optical illusion. Like people are kind of sideways on this big ass mirror. Because on the ground, it's a big ass painting of what looks like a building. That is actually pretty sick. That is pretty legit. And no, ban you. Dmitry Fyodorov. You ridiculous fucking bot, you. I'm kind of mesmerized at that a little bit. That was pretty cool. That right there is better to know if I don't sound on myself. What else is happening on Tupio? Is it really like? Why must there like be fuck all for Sundays? What the fuck? Okay, there's another community post meme. Your dog looks angry. He's fine. Go pet him. Or go stroke him, I guess. Your cat looks cute. He's nuts. Don't go near him. Oh my god. It's a little true. A little too true. It's like the cat's fucking psycho. Don't go near him. It looks cute, but don't go near him. Oh my god. I love it. Have you ever seen Chris Simpson comics? That guy's insane. I might have, maybe. I've seen, you know, like, different little comments, you know, on the internet before and shit. So there might have been an off chance I might have seen it before. He draws things without distortions. Sounds definitely right up my alley. Like he'll give you really long arms. Long and spindly arms. Here. I'll look some up. See if I can find some. Paleobiology, evolutionary biology. What? Oh, Chris Simpson, not Carl Simpson. Oh my fucking god. I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, he's also a scientist? Oh yeah, I've seen some of this before. But yeah, no, I remember seeing some of this before. Kind of off and on. Okay. I'm here, Aquinas. Where is it? Where doth it be? Look up. Why do you keep getting on the front, you fucking bullshit? What the fuck? I just can't trust to be outside anymore now, can you? Get over here. Stop it! Jeez. getting to the bottom of this shit. I seriously. Like, ugh. Get over here. Come here. Come here. Sit. There. Sit. Sit. I didn't say paw. I said sit. God. Why can't you just stay in the backyard and sit? Oh, never mind. Not like you're gonna fucking understand, you little turd. Quick, give me that look of innocent guilt. Alright, okay, come here. Come here. Oh. Oh my god, your paws are wet. Stop running in the front yard, you little goof. Cause seriously. Especially in the daytime, if I ever catch you doing that, that's even more exceptional because I don't need you running off in the street getting ran over. That's the last thing we need. Yes, comprende? Comprende, you big chunk of lunk? Do you mind? Look at you. You're a little anarchist. Teaching you a little too fucking well. I don't like that. Alright, this dog's with human legs are legit creepy. Yeah, I saw some of those comics. I'm seeing one that has a human face. What the fuck? Turn yourself into a dog? Oh my god. There's more of them. Jesus. Man, they are really fucking creepy. My god. I remember seeing a couple of them, and man, I've just seen a whole bunch of them right there. Like, oh my god, they are legit really fucking creepy. That just like gives me EBGBs. It gives me a little EBGBs thinking about it. It's like, oh my god. Oh my lord. You know I told you to chew with your mouth closed? You know how unmannerly it is to chew with your mouth open, bro? What are you, some sort of barbarian? Some sort of animal? I think that's what you is. You're not a civil one at all. Oh my god, my goodness. Johnny McGee. Give one of my little cruise on, see what the bullshit's going down and going on. If there is. Which, given a Sunday, probably not. Because it being a Lord Sabbath, who dares work on those days? Not us. Not on YouTube. Even our algorithm, you know, partakes in the Sabbath. Hey, you're weird sometimes, bro. Like, you don't eat for most of the day until in, like, all in one sitting. And then you, like, smash down as much as you can. Which is usually about half the damn bowl. And then he waits until the morning. Finish like the other half. It's like, what? It's like, man. Like, it's not just there, you know, for like one time to eat or two times, you know, to eat. What, you thinking going out? I ain't trusting your little fucking furry ass. No way in hell. No way in hell that's happening. You'd be crazy to think that, boy. I know he's right next to that door still, just chilling. It's like, man. Oh, prick. That little prick. Zukoff, you're really awfully quiet over there. What are you doing? I guess, what are you not doing? He's up to something. He's plotting a scheme. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can, yeah, I already got one of those. I got one of these. So that immediately got you coming back. Here. Want to try to catch this one? Or just let bonk on your head? What, you can't get it? You pathetic shrimp pop? Oh, that's why, because it's in a spot where you actually legitimately can't get. Alright, let's try this again. Same thing. You're pathetic. Oh, taking the last little bit. You suck. What, you suddenly forgot how to catch things in midair now? Little jerk. Tight so well, now you're being a little... He's really going for some teenage phase years right now. That's what you're doing. You're being that little turd muffin right now. At least you're... I guess you're not aggressive about it. You're more passive-aggressive. Because you're a little jerk. Yeah, I'll try it one more time with you. How about that? And maybe you won't be such a dork. Are you kidding me? Pathetic. Rebellious old turd. Don't be expecting no treat now. No, you're done now. Don't be coming over here and thinking you're getting another sniffing around like a little savage. No. Boop. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Meh. Alright. I'll get this nice lasso bow load out. Oh, it's already loaded out actually. But smoked out. Gonna go for the leaving. I had a really nice long juicy one last night, so I have a little shorter ones this evening. Come back in the morning. Do the same usual fun shit. But anyway, as always, bees out, and I will be around for that next one, so toodaloo.